Hello guys, and welcome to another video. One of the main reasons I'm interested in crypto, and I think it's one of the most exciting things anywhere in the world right now, is because there's so much opportunity to make money, and that's not just buying coins and hoping that they go higher, but through things like staking and yield farming. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about yield farming. Obviously, nothing I say on this channel is financial advice, so always go away and do your own research. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So there's loads of different ways in which you can find yield farms, but I'm going to talk about three of my favorite yield farms in today's video. Now, yield farming itself can be kind of a risky thing because you often get paid in assets, and it depends on the value of the asset you're getting paid in whether or not it's going to be successful for you. But one thing that's very exciting right now is that the cryptocurrency market is very low, in my opinion, and is likely due to have another push towards the upside. So if you're able to earn money through staking and yield farming of your coins that you're currently holding and planning on holding anyway, then it's a really exciting opportunity. Basically, yield farming is a way that companies incentivize you to invest into their platforms and give them money in order to be able to continue with development. And for giving them basically your money, you are then rewarded in a yield, which is basically a passive income. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about Yearn Finance. As with every video I make, guys, all of the information and all of the links are down below in the description, so make sure you go and check them out after this video. So Yearn Finance, you can see at the moment it's a pretty straightforward and not the most exciting looking website, but it doesn't really matter because it's pretty much the largest in terms of the yield farming area that we're going to go and take a look at the moment. As you can see, it's connected to a wallet right now with literally no money in it because I don't tend to keep any money in MetaMask. It doesn't need to be in there. And at the moment, I'm not staking in Yearn Finance because I have it in other areas that I'm kind of more interested in right now. So looking down below, guys, you can see portfolio, which has all my information. And then you can see down below, we can click on vaults. And what we've got is a list of all of these different yield farms that we can put money in. Now, obviously, they all come with their own risks. And one of the kind of rules of thumb with regards to yield farming is kind of the higher the reward, arguably the higher the risk. Now, obviously, that's not completely true across the board, but you can see here highest APY is 37.2%. If you've been conventionally saving money in banks, then actually you're really losing money as inflation is basically killing the value of money that you're holding in there, and the interest is not really big enough to cover those losses. So you can see Curve USDN is 37.2, Curve CVX ETH is 22, and then Curve CVX CRV is 20.07%. You can see down below as well, something to pay attention to is the total assets locked. Now, this is the amount of money that is in that particular yield farm. Obviously, the higher the amount of money in the yield farm, the more reputable, the more stable the yield farm is. And ultimately, if more and more money goes into that market, it tends to bring down the APY that you're going to be offered because obviously they don't need the money as much as perhaps if they got lower levels in there. So $830,000 here, $12 million in Curve USDN, and kind of varying amounts as we go through. Here you can stake stable coins such as USDC, USDT, etc. And then you'll be earning CRV tokens. Now, obviously you might not really want CRV tokens, but you're holding USDT, USDC, because ultimately it's a stable coin. It's not really going to fluctuate much. It's moving with the US dollar, and obviously the US dollar at the moment is quite high with regards to sort of other prices in Forex, but ultimately the moves it does against crypto are really, really minor. So basically you're holding your USDT, USDC as a stable coin, and you're earning 37.2% APY in CRV tokens. Now, that's exciting for me because I don't have to lock away a token that might suddenly dump in value. I know USDC, USDT are going to be stable and hold the market when everything else is kind of fluctuating heavily. And that for me is why I really like this as a particular platform. You can see over time, this is like total earnings, so obviously the numbers are pretty massive. But starting from May the 12th, you can see that gradually each week it's basically going up and up and up, which is obviously a really cool thing. And another cool thing about Yearn Finance, they have varying sort of things on offer. That's the more sort of stable, risk adverse kind of area to be looking to invest your money, in my opinion. If, however, you have perhaps a bit of spare cash lying around that you're not really bothered about whether you use it, but there's always the potential that might happen. And they even have sort of risk advising that on this website, which is really cool because it shows that they're very reliable and trustworthy. You can see the highest APY here, 151% on YV Boost. And at the moment, $12.2 million in assets locked in YV Boost. And you can see all of the sort of different things. Some of them might be a deposit where you put money in and then you're able to take it out whenever, and other ones might be just buying and locking an asset, so you're not able to sell that token, but you'll be rewarded in a yield in kind of like the same way that staking works. Now jumping across to the next platform, which is called Starlay.finance. Again, down below in the description, you can see a low risk farming on the A-Star network. At the moment, there's $42 million deposited, and they're lending money out to the value of $20.5 million. They're also backed by some of the biggest names in DeFi. Now, if you go into the dashboard, guys, you can see all of the sort of markets available in terms of depositing and borrowing. You're also able to borrow tokens against existing crypto, but obviously that can come with its own risks if crypto falls in value, etc. So if you look across at deposit markets, you can see the various tokens that you might want to be looking to put away. And what's very interesting here is we got Polkadot sitting at 30%. Now, Polkadot is a massive cryptocurrency. It's spent a lot of time in the top 10 of cryptos in terms of market cap. So it's a pretty solid token in my opinion, and right now the prices of Polkadot are pretty low. So if you're able to earn 30% rewards in Polkadot, then that's something that's really exciting, because although maybe at the moment you may have a token price of 30% of $6 on each token, etc., which is not necessarily the most exciting, when Polkadot has the potential to go to perhaps even $100 or more, not financial advice obviously, then you see that this could become a really amazing opportunity. If you go down through, obviously they all come with their sort of own different risks. You can see all of the different ones on offer. And why I like this platform is it's super easy to use. All you need to do is get a MetaMask wallet. If you don't know how to do that, go across to Google, get on the Chrome store, and you can add MetaMask really easily. There's plenty of tutorials available on YouTube in order to get yourself a MetaMask wallet. And then basically you can get involved in these yield farms and then start earning a passive income on your crypto, which is obviously what we're in the game for. There's lots of other features available on this platform, and you can see here that there's various like APYs. So a deposit APY basically means just by putting it in, you're going to be earning a percentage yield. So if you look at Polkadot, it's 30% for the annual percentage yield, whereas Aster here 1.92%. But coming across and looking at the other side of things, there's a lot of information available, because here you can see that there's a borrow APY, which means there's also things like a borrow APY. By borrowing the assets, you're going to get charged certain rates, and you can also lend your crypto to other people and be rewarded that way, all kind of backed up, etc., through the website itself. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is a very interesting one that I kind of came across a few months ago whilst making a video for YouTube, and I think it's a really exciting project. At first, I was pretty skeptical because I didn't see it really working, and it sort of seemed like a little bit of a sketchy thing until I got involved in the Discord and started to look around the team, etc. And I've also seen it working, and I'll show you the results that I've been getting in just a moment. So you can see the highest paying auto staking and auto compounding protocol. The highest paying APY in crypto with $183,394. Now that's obviously insane, guys, so don't go and throw all of your money in that, because you never know exactly what's happening behind the scenes with these. But basically, the theory is if you put in $100 now, in a year's time it's going to be worth $183,000. So do the maths on all the other kind of like money and the potential rewards that you're going to see. Obviously, the reward is paid back in Freedom Protocol or free tokens. So depending on the value of free depends on the amount you're going to get back. So for example, if you buy $100 now and it goes up 183,000%, but that $100 goes down to like 1% of the original token, and that $100 or free falls by say 100% or 99% or whatever exactly, then you're going to have fluctuations in the value. But what's really cool, guys, is by just buying it and holding it in MetaMask, auto staking and compounding happens every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, you're getting a reward paid to you on the amount in the wallet. So what that means is if you have a small amount, obviously every 15 minutes, it's kind of topping up, and then it's earning compound interest on the topping up, which is why when you only put in like $100 every like 1 day, you'll get 2.8%, which is like $2, which is not bad for a $100 investment. But over time, that compounds up until you got like $1,000 making $20 a day, you know, $10,000 making $200 a day. You know, you can do the math, guys. So what else we can see here is 2.5% of every cell goes into a black hole address, which means basically it's burned, it's swallowed away, which is making sure that there's not a massive inflation of the coin. And 5% of every buy trade is automatically going into a liquidity pool. 5% of every sell trade goes into a freedom fund. So it's kind of like a self-sustaining platform, because all of the rewards are generated through the fees, etc., that are associated with buying and selling of the token. There's also NFTs and other things that you can go on and you can earn rewards through doing it. But as you can see, guys, it's pretty insane. You can come across, it's available on PancakeSwap Opdex, PooCoin, etc. Here you can see the amount of money that you have potential to earn. And initially I just went into it with like $100 or whatever, thinking that it wasn't really that secure. And then I start seeing other things where they've been announced on Binance, they've been announced on Kite. You can find them on CoinMarketCap. There's information about them on Coinbase and loads of other places. They're fortunate. They've been built by a Wall Street team, and they are actually showing their faces on Discord, etc., talking about what's happening in videos, which is really promising to see, because having been involved in lots of NFTs and lost money through various rug pulls, lots of those people are anonymous, so it's good to see that they're being very transparent about it. Now, one thing that is worth considering is there's a 15% slippage and 15% slippage buying and selling. So when you buy your $100 worth, actually you're only going to get $85 worth. So you basically need to hold it for a few weeks in order to get back to break even, and then obviously it's going to go above and beyond, and then whenever you sell it, it's going to cost you around 15%. As I mentioned, guys, the 10% goes into rewards and also 5% into an auto LP, as well as other things. There's lots of videos here showing how it all works, and you can go and find out more about that there. But if we come across to the dashboard, I'll show you what's been going on. Now, coming across to calculator on the dashboard, guys, you can see that the free token price at the moment is 0.0260%. So at the moment, you can see that I have 63,477 in terms of the free amount that I have, and this is my current free balance. Now, you can see that there's, by doing a calculator, you can see at the moment that it's worth around $1,650, and just in one day, it will then be worth $1,684, which is just under a $34 profit that I'm making each day. And not only that, that's today. Tomorrow, it could well be 35, 36, etc., because at the moment, it's starting to grow by about $1 per day in terms of the interest amount that I'm getting. So today 34, tomorrow 35, etc. And you can see just by the calculator, if I was to work out from 1 month, so let's say just 30 days, the initial investment, which is today's value, is $1,650. Potential return in 1 month's time, $3,059, which is pretty much doubling my money. You then go to 60 days and you can see just how compound interest works. That then goes to 5,673, and in theory this is 365 days. As long as free token remains this price or goes bigger, you can see that the value is down here at around $3 million. Now, I'm not sure right now because I'm obviously a bit skeptical about that, but you know, for the last month I've been doing this and it seems to have been working. So go across, check it out, go and have a look at their Twitter, Discord, etc. You can ask questions. The guy in the Discord is very chatty and will help you out with lots of stuff. There's other ways in which you can get free tokens by staking your balance, as well as other things available. The website itself is perhaps a little bit clunky, but you can kind of go and find out more. And you can see every 15 minutes I'm getting another reward, and here it's counting down. In 8 minutes and 15 seconds, I'll earn something like 14 free tokens, which means that every hour I earn about $1.4. And it's literally just doing this in the background, which is super exciting and what yield farming is all about in crypto for me. But obviously, guys, don't invest any more money than you can afford to lose, because it could be risky. You could lose it all. You never know what happens with the money. You can take it out. I know people can sell it and buy it and whatever, but you never know whether someone's just going to suck all that money out and put it somewhere else. Who knows? Just pay attention to what's going on, guys. Don't take big risks, and always take out money when you start making money, because ultimately you never know what's going to happen down the line. So if you're new to yield farming, guys, make sure you go and check it out. All of the links are down below in the description if you want to go and find out more about any of those projects. Obviously, I've mentioned that yield farming can be risky, but the rewards are amazing if you find the right one and you do the right due diligence into the background behind the projects. If you're holding crypto and you plan to hold crypto for a long time, then it's a no-brainer, in my opinion, that you are earning a passive income on that crypto that you hold, because in the future, who knows the potential crypto has. Right now, it's still a very new and exciting space, so get in early and learn as much as you can. Everything I've talked about today, guys, linked down below in the description. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Thanks very much for doing that. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about crypto, yield farming, NFTs, and much, much more, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.